everyone, I'm Laura. Today I'm going to share with you a piece of my new online class, Anatomy of Yoga Part 3. In the third part of this workshop series, we're looking at how we take the information we learned about human anatomy and the organ systems, how that interacts with the practice of yoga, so that we actually take it into our lesson planning and into the way that we structure our yoga classes. So I hope you enjoy this segment of my online course. If you are interested in seeing the course so that you can work on your skills of lesson planning and sequencing in a way that is informed by anatomy and body science, you can go over to udemy.com and there will be a link in the description below. In our next portion of the warm-up, we're going to do a kneeling version of the Moon Salutation. And this is a great warm-up that I love to use in a variety of different practices, but specifically in this practice where we're trying to keep the body in a very calm, kind of flowy yin energy state so that we can transition down to a place of very deep relaxation. The Moon Salutation has a lot more side bending and a lot more rotation compared to the Sun Salutation, which helps it to draw in that yin energy. So we're going to do this great modified version that serves for our warm-up. Starting here in Hero's Pose, we're going to bring the arms up toward the center and lift. And we'll kind of think of this like our starting position or mountain pose. From here, going into a side bend, maybe shifting the hips over to get slightly deeper into that side, and then over to the other side. Coming back through center, inhaling, lifting up, maybe making this a bit of a back bend if that feels good. Lifting the gaze, coming down through center to Child's Pose. From Child's Pose, we're going to do this little slide forward. Sometimes we call it knees, chest, and chin, like you are slithering out onto the belly, rising up into Cobra. Nice back bend, rolling down. And then we'll slither our way back toward Child's Pose. Side bend to the right. Side bend to the left. Come back up to center. And then we'll twist here, right and left. As you come up through center, give a little tap to the forehead, that space of intuition. Very yin-based energy. Okay, and then we're going to go through that again, coming up and over into your side bend. Over to your other side bend. Maybe a back bend or a neutral spine here as the arms lift. Rolling down into Child's Pose. Okay, twist option here. You can press the left palm into the mat and open the right. Nice upper back thoracic rotation. Come down through center. Okay, we slide out, knees, chest, and chin. Like you are sliding the heart along the floor. Lift up for Cobra. And then slide back. This time we're going to come through table. And we're going to take some of those same options. So just like we did in Child's Pose, taking an option here for a twist. And then bowing the head down. Coming up for a twist on the other side. Bowing the head down. And then as you come up, a side bend. Back through center, side bend the other way. And then when you come back through the middle, this time stretch the arms out into what we call puppy pose or Anahata Asana, heart melting pose. So I'm very much trying to sink my heart and my chest toward the mat. The hips are staying up high. Sliding the hands back toward child's pose, rolling up into that neutral starting position. Rising up with the hands, coming to tap the forehead and rest at the heart. Okay, so next version of that, this is a vinyasa or a flow where you can take the base sequence and really branch out and start to build onto it. So that's what we're going to do. Inhaling up and over into your side bend. And side bend. Back up to the middle rotation. Rotating around a very tall, lengthened spine. Back to center. Down into child's pose. Slide out. Roll up into cobra. Maybe take a couple inhale, exhale rolls. And this time as you press back, this is where we're coming through table. We can rotate open and bow, forehead toward the mat. Rotate open on the other side and bow. And this time lifting up, taking a knee forward. Okay, so what I like to do here is a side bend, taking my right foot forward and my left arm up overhead, really leaning over into the side. Coming back towards center, the hands can come toward the low back to support a nice back bend. Pulling the hips back, making your way back down toward child's pose. Rolling up, and then we'll try that on the other leg. Coming forward into your version of lunge, I'm going to kind of rest on my knee and take the opposite arm over into a twist. Lots of curvy lines in these moon salutations. Come back through center, hands to the low back, find a bit of a back bend or maybe a chest expansion. Drawing your weight back, sliding that foot back, find your way back down into child's pose. And then here, adding another side bend. Side bend the other way. Come back up to kneeling mountain pose. Tap the forehead and rest at the heart. So that is one variation of our kneeling moon salutations. Sometimes at the end, I will have students come back and tuck their toes underneath and roll back into a deep squat. This option is really going to depend on the students that you're teaching and how their knees are, but this is a nice option Coming into squat, bringing the hands toward the heart or toward the forehead, and then bringing that back down into some variations for child's pose. So see if you want to add that squat option into your kneeling moon salutations. Now let's go up and we'll explore the standing version of the moon salutations.